Hello, welcome to Storytime Read Along with me. The Incredible Peppa Pig Collection. 50 Peppa Storybooks. Every day we will read 2 Peppa Pig books. Which books shall we read today? Peppa Pig, Peppa's Treehouse, and Peppa Pig, Grandpa Pig to the rescue. Peppa's Treehouse. Grandpa Pig has built a treehouse in the garden for Peppa and George. To get inside, you have to say the secret words. But what are they? Peppa's Treehouse. Peppa and her family are visiting Granny and Grandpa Pig. "I'm making you a treehouse," says Grandpa Pig. "I just need to finish the roof." "Finished," says Grandpa Pig. "And I've made some curtains for the window," says Granny Pig. "Thank you, Grandpa. Thank you, Granny," cries Peppa. Peppa and George love their treehouse. "Ho, ho! Who wants to go inside first?" asks Grandpa Pig. Me, cry Peppa and George, jumping up and down. Peppa climbs the ladder. "Before I go inside the treehouse, I must take off my boots," she says. Peppa quickly kicks them off and they land on the grass. Inside the treehouse, Peppa closes the door and pulls open the curtains. "I'm in my treehouse," she shouts out of the window. Hee hee! "George, do you want to go inside too?" asks Daddy Pig. George nods. Peppa and George hear a knock at the door. Knock, knock. "Do you have any room for visitors?" asks Mummy Pig. "You have to say the secret words first. They are Daddy's big tummy," whispers Peppa. Mummy Pig says the words, Daddy's big tummy, and goes inside. "I think we should have different secret words," says Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig tries to squeeze himself in, but he gets stuck. "Your tummy is too big," says Peppa. Oof! Grandpa Pig has an idea. "Daddy Pig can climb in through the top," he suggests. Grandpa Pig lifts off the roof and Daddy Pig climbs inside. Then he puts the roof back on. Peppa and her family are all squashed inside. Everyone gets out apart from Peppa. "Granny, I love our treehouse. I don't want to ever come out," she cries. "Are you sure you don't want to visit me in my house?" asks Granny Pig. "No, thank you," says Peppa. "In that case, Grandpa Pig and I will have to eat these homemade cookies all by ourselves," says Granny Pig, heading back to her house. "Cookies!" cries Peppa. She runs to Granny Pig, who has a plate of yummy cookies. "If you want some, you have to say the secret words," says Granny Pig. "Hee hee! That's easy! Daddy's big tummy!" cries Peppa. Granny gives Peppa a cookie. "I still think those are very silly words," says Daddy Pig, taking a cookie too. "Hee hee! Hee hee!" Grandpa Pig to the rescue! When Miss Rabbit's big train breaks down, only Grandpa Pig and his miniature locomotive Gertrude can save the day. Grandpa Pig to the rescue! Grandpa Pig is taking Peppa and George for a ride on his little train Gertrude. Gertrude has rubber wheels, so we don't have to go on train tracks, says Grandpa Pig. I love Gertrude, says Peppa.
Chug, 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 chug.
Miss Rabbit is in her big train, taking the grown-ups to work. Morning, Grandpa Pig, calls Miss Rabbit. Out on your toy train again? Gertrude is not a toy. She is a miniature locomotive, says Grandpa Pig. The big train is going very fast. It can go much faster than Gertrude. Oh no! The big train has broken down. Gertrude catches up with Miss Rabbit's big train. You need to get yourself a train that doesn't break down, like Gertrude, says Grandpa Pig. That's a good idea, says Miss Rabbit. I'm borrowing your little train. All change, calls Mr. Rabbit. All the passengers climb into Gertrude and Grandpa Pig is left behind. Mrs. Cow is waiting for the train at the next station. Has the train shrunk? Asks Mrs. Cow. No, this is a toy train, says Miss Rabbit. Gertrude is not a toy train. She is a miniature locomotive, says Peppa. There is a traffic jam on the road, so Miss Rabbit takes a shortcut. Hello, ducks, calls Peppa as they ride past the duck pond. Quack, quack. Gertrude might not be very fast, but at least she can ride on grass. Gertrude crawls up the very steep hill. You can make it, cheer the passengers. Gertrude reaches the top of the hill very slowly. By the time she reaches the last station, it will be time for everyone to go home again. Back down the line, Grandpa Pig is trying to mend the big train. Grandpa Pig loves mending things. So many interesting bits and bobs, says Grandpa Pig. But can he put them back together again? Clank! Clink! Finally, Gertrude reaches the station, and so does Grandpa Pig with the big train. You've mended it, says Peppa. All change, calls Mr. Rabbit. Everyone gets in the big train ready to go home. Off we go, says Miss Rabbit. Stop, cries Peppa. What about Gertrude? We can't leave her behind. Don't worry, we can take the toy train as well, says Miss Rabbit. She uses a crane to hoist Gertrude into the big train. Gertrude is not a toy, says Grandpa Pig. We know, says Miss Rabbit. She is a miniature locomotive. Miss Rabbit drives all the passengers and Gertrude home. Everyone agrees that Gertrude is the best miniature locomotive in the whole world. Gertrude is the best train in the whole world, says Peppa. Tomorrow we will be reading Peppa Pig Treasure Hunt and Peppa Pig Windy Autumn Day. See you tomorrow, friends. Bye.